everyone, Yensid Organist here, and welcome to another episode of OrgelCraft. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Last time, we finished doing some work here in the village. We got a number of the houses done. We got this little market stall built. We started working on the road. I've done a little bit here because I wasn't completely satisfied with this road, and so I did a little bit of a half-slab cobblestone, and I'm not sold on either of these, so that's something we're going to have to come back and work on. But we have been working here in the village for the last 3 episodes, and I thought that maybe it would be good to switch some things up and do a little bit of a different project today. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do to this episode, and I had a number of things that I wanted to do, and I couldn't really settle on any of them. So the one thing that I did kind of hit on was a Piglin trading farm. I've also, as I've been trying to figure out what to do, I built an ice boat road because I was tired of getting lost or being worried that I was going to get lost. Going to and from Arendelle. So now we have an ice boat road. Now I don't have to waste rockets. Not that that's necessarily an issue anymore, but it's just so much easier to be able to do this, and it's quick and it's easy. Took quite a while to build with the alternating glass panes, but I think it looks really, really nice. We might have to close it in because I think I've still been having things spawn on the ice. Not really sure how that goes. But yeah, so we got that in place. I have also been working on expanding the hole in the roof because I want an easier way to get down. And I've hit a couple of roadblocks as far as breaking the bedrock out. I cannot get this piece to go. This one was already gone, so I think I might actually have to continue expanding the hole. I'm not quite sure what I want, but I want more than one block to get in there. But yeah, these are all my supplies. I made a lot of TNT. I went sand mining, and yeah, just kind of spending some time doing some stuff in the world. So we are going to do a Piglin trading farm, and it's going to be located right below our gold farm here. Put it down a number of blocks with the scaffolding as the center so that there will be a couple ways to get to it. Before we can do any of that, though, there is a problem with this smelting system, and that is I do not have any overflow protection for when the fuel runs out. So I need to make a modification, and what I have is I have everything running into the center. And so I think what I'm going to do is, instead of both sides running into the center and then backing up from there, I think I'm going to take one of these sides, and I have to figure out exactly. I might have to do it on both sides, actually. Oh no, I remember what I was going to do. Rather than having it feed in from both sides, I'm going to have it feed one direction, and then when it backs up, everything that's extra will just get spit out into lava, which will then allow me to actually be able to AFK without fear of the system backing up. So, let me get that fixed, and I'll bring you guys right back. Welcome back, everyone. So I have made an overflow system. Pretty simple little circuit right here, just a dispenser over here with comparator running into a sticky piston, and then observers here that will cause that to spit out their blocks into the lava back here, which I have all contained, and fire tick is off anyway, so no worries there. So we now have overflow protection up here, and we are good to go. So let's move on to the Piglin trading farm, and I need to go at least 6 blocks below this so we have enough room. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then let's go a couple more. Let's maybe put it off of this one. Now this is going to be a challenge. There we go. Okay. Now, I want to make sure that I line it up with the opening. Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, and it's essentially going to be a 9 by 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, let's get this filled in. Okay, so then for the design, and I really probably should have brought a stone cutter, but that's all right. We'll be okay. So I want to do, so let's make some of that, and then I need some stairs. If I can get it, there we go. And then we're going to do these on every other, like that, and then on the other side. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to have 8 spots for the piglins. So then let's take and do some of the crimson planks and some of the warped planks. And I know I'm being so original with using nether blocks. All right, so then let's do crimson on this side. And we're going to put these here. And then we will do warped on this side. Like that. And then we're actually going to need to build up. So I think let's make a whole platform here. And then, should we bring it back? Yeah, because you won't see it. So let's do that, and that, and that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build up on the sides. And I think we're doing 1, 2... Is it just 2, or is it... I think it's 3. 1, 2, 3... There we go. And then we're going to do a second layer of that. Uh-oh. Whoa. Almost fell. And now that I think about it, I think I might actually want to... I might want to change how we're doing the bottom of this, because you're going to be able to see that, and I think I would rather have those as the stems. That's all right. We'll deal with that in a minute. Now, I've lost my redstone box, and I've lost my ender chest, which is up there. Let me go grab those real quick. Let's see. I need the redstone box, and let's just take the ender chest back down with us. Alright, I don't need the ender chest at the moment, but I do need the redstone box because we're going to need more than 2 hoppers. So, we're going to have our hoppers in here, and this is where the piglins are going to be standing. Now, these will have to be replaced once we actually get the collection system going. But for now, we can put them in place. And let's see, is that going to go? Yeah, there, 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 and there. Okay. And then, I don't have enough glass, but in the front of these, we're going to have glass, so they will be behind there. And so I've run out of material, but essentially what we're going to do is we're going to do the crimson stems and warped planks here, and then we're going to reverse the design on the other side. So this side will be the crimson planks with the warped stems. So let me get this all finished up here, and I will bring you guys back when it's done. Welcome back, everyone. So here is our little trading hall, mostly complete. We got the little sections built up. I went ahead and carpeted the hoppers. I also have them extending down lower because I realized that if I broke them once the piglins were in there, the piglins would drop out. And so, yeah. So we've got that all done, and I think this looks really nice. Happy with how it turned out. I do want to do some lighting hanging down from the ceiling, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So, before we can do anything else, we need to actually get our piglins in place, and then we're going to need the dispensing system for the gold and all of that. However, we have this massive gold farm up here, which is going to be completely taking up our mob cap. So what I need to do is I need to essentially build a platform away from here where we can get the piglins to spawn, and then we can bring them over. So I've got a whole bunch of rails, I've got a whole bunch of dirt so that we can scaffold out and all of that. So I am going to get started doing this, and I'm essentially going to just lay down a whole bunch of blocks, and then when I get to the end, build up a spawning platform, lay down the rails, and then we'll work on capturing our piglins from there. So I will see you in a little bit. Welcome back. So I've got a little bit of a platform built up here. I've got all of my name tags ready to go, and then theoretically, all we need to do is fly away from here, and then hopefully stuff will spawn. Of course, the challenge is going to be finding the platform in the void, but hopefully we will be able to do that. There it is. Yeah, and then we just need to see if we can get things to spawn. I think maybe the easiest thing to do would be fly straight up in the air. Although that didn't quite get us there, so let's do that. Yeah, nothing's spawning here yet. Of course, I actually got one to spawn on top of the farm. Not the farm, but the trading hall here. I got plenty of zombie piglins spawning up here. But yeah, I had an actual piglin, so we got one in there already. But yeah, it does appear that they are not spawning out here just yet, and maybe I need to get a little bit farther away. And I tell you what, let's pull up the F3 screen. We are flying. Which direction? I can't find it. South. So then we want to swing around and go north. And hopefully our platform will come back into view. There it is. And there's nobody here. All right, I think I might need to make this platform bigger. Because nothing is spawning here, unfortunately. So I am going to keep working on this, and I will bring you guys back when we have a piglin to put in. Welcome back. So, I have procured a few piglins here. These guys are far too close to the edge for comfort. But I've worked up a little bit of a system here. I've decided I'm naming them after Winnie the Pooh characters. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come here, and then we are going to toss a gold nugget there, which will hopefully entice him to come over here. But of course it's on the rails, so, hey, pal. Go, you'll see the gold. Gold, yes, come get it. Come on, over here. Turn around. Look, gold. Gold. Maybe he will see it when he walks closer. Come on. Okay, maybe this will grab him. It did not. Alright, we will try that again. Okay, yeah, I know your friends are over here. Look. Gold over here. Maybe he'll go get it. Why do you want to be in that boat so badly? Dude, look, gold. The problem is he'll just grab it, and he won't actually go for it. Maybe if we do that. There we go. And got him. All right. There we go. All right, so we'll just get him pushed onto the track here. And away we go. And I actually need to grab a few more rails here. So, whoops, that one's gone forever. Oh, well. And let's go catch up to our friend here. And there he goes. And then we will pop down, well, maybe. There we go. All right, so we will come down here. And then... oh, you know what? I did this wrong when I did this before. First thing I should do is come and stick the dispenser in, like that. Then we can put the glass in. I added an unnecessary step the last time I did this. And then we're going to pull up the hitboxes so that we don't hit our friend. And he took a little damage anyway, but I think he'll be okay. All right, and there we go. All right, we'll turn our hitboxes back off. Good, okay. So, I've got 3 of them in place, and I realize you will never see their names unless I open the top of this. Oh, well. Maybe we'll come up with something for that. I guess I could put, like, trapdoors in there or something. I don't know. I ended up taking the carpets away because when they were standing on, I couldn't get the thing in place. Although, now that I think about it, I probably, now that I've figured out the better solution with the minecarts, we'd have been all right. All right, so I'm going to get the rest of our friends in place, and then we can start working on the system to actually be able to get them their gold. So I will see you in a minute. All of our piglins are now in place, and we are ready to start working on the delivery system. So, up here on top, what I want to do is go around and start by putting hoppers into all of these dispensers. So we'll get those done, and then we're going to need to create a little bit of a minecart rail along here, but this is where things are going to get a little interesting because what I want is I want a system where we can have the minecart essentially come like here, you know, so that we can load it up, and then it will come down and around, and it will come down one side of the system and go back, come around to the other side, and then when it's done, come back up to the top. I think I may have missed something. I guess we can just have it run and come back up. My concern is that it won't distribute it fast enough. Because if it has to come all the way back up and then go all the way back down, I guess what we could do is we could put one on either side. Maybe that would be the better way to go. I really would like to simplify it and have it all in one place. Well, I think I might have to think about this for a little bit. To figure out exactly, because I had worked out in creative how it would work. But I'm just concerned that it wouldn't load enough to keep up with the demand. I guess you could prime the system. Maybe there's a way to like have it come down here and then essentially run back and forth along the back. Whoops, that's too... Nope. That needs to go there. But you could have it run along the back. And basically just go back and forth until it was done. And then when it's done, we could switch the rails. But that's something I've never done before. So let me go play around with that a little bit in creative and see what we can come up with. Welcome back. So the system is in place. So what we do is we come over here, chuck all of our gold into the chest, and we hit this lever. Our minecart goes down. I love that we have the glass floor. So you can see it goes along there, comes around the back, goes to this side, and then it loops back around and goes back and repeats the cycle. Now, I couldn't figure out a way to measure, like, when the chest was empty, so essentially it's just going to have to run, but as long as this lever is down, the cart will go along there and distribute all of the gold into the hoppers. And one of the things I was actually just thinking about as I'm watching this go is I think that maybe I'm going to go along and I'm going to add a hopper feeding into each of the hoppers there so more will get pulled out of the chest at once. I think that will be a good idea. But let me show you how this works. So I flipped that and I might have missed it. Might have to go around one more time. So, and you might be able to kind of see what we have. So, so here's our track that feeds in. We'll wait till the minecart comes back up. And it comes down here. And when the system is active, this is powered, which will flip the rail to this way. So it'll bring it onto the track here. It comes back, loops around over here. There's a break there. And then when it comes back around, it comes onto this outer track. And when it gets back here, if this isn't powered, then it will just continue on its circuit from there. And all we basically do, if you power a turn, it'll switch the direction that it's going. So what we have is just a very simple system of we have a sticky piston with a redstone block underneath it, which powers and then inverts the signal. So when the lever's flipped up there, this redstone block comes down, unpowers this line, which causes this torch to come on, powers this sticky piston, which then powers that. So yeah, I'm really happy that I was able to come up with this system, and it could probably be more compact, but I think it works, and it will suit our needs nicely. So the next thing we need to do is we need to put in the dispenser timings. And that's pretty simple. I've done this once before, and basically all we need to do is set up a little hopper clock to send out a redstone pulse to all of the dispensers. So we just need to run that in with repeaters and then run the redstone lines. So let me get that. If I can get onto this scaffolding, let me get that all wired up, and then we can give this thing its first true test. Although I should probably maybe get some chests in place. All right, so I'll get to that. All right, so I have all of the wiring done for the droppers here, dispensers. I don't remember what I used in there. I got the clock set up, and we might have to tweak the timing. I set up a basic little collection system down below. I put all these chests here, and then realized they're under full blocks. So I have everything feeding down into here. I ran it a little bit just to make sure it was working. Ooh, carpet. Okay, that doesn't belong in there. But yeah, so I put an extra double chest down here with some hoppers feeding in, just so that we could get a feel for all of the different materials, and then there's plenty of room in there that I'm not going to overflow this if I run it. So let's go ahead and turn this on. And it might take just a second to get it to work. There we go. Okay, so what we want to make sure is that they toss before they get more gold. Okay, so that's too long. So let's go ahead and turn that off. Because essentially what I want is well, I don't want to stand on here while that's running past. Let's see. So I want to be able to, essentially, like, as soon as they toss whatever item, I want them to be getting more gold. So we have 16. Let's maybe try 12, and let's see how that goes. So, come back down. Takes a minute to go. Okay, they toss the items. And there's a little bit of delay still. Alright, so I counted to about 4 before that works, so let's maybe take out 3 more from there. If I can get in there. Whoops. Close enough. So we had 12, so we want 9. Oh. And I've stopped the cart. That's all right. We can just push it back that way. Okay. So let's try it one more time. All right. So they get their gold. They check their item, and immediately they get another gold. All right. That's a little too close for my liking, because I don't want to just be throwing gold through the system. So let's see if we can put one more back in there, and then that timing should be just about perfect. So they get their gold. chuck their items and get their gold. Yeah, that looks good. There we go. Yeah, liking that a lot. So that timing feels pretty good. And yeah, we're getting a ton of stuff. I meant to say this at the beginning of the episode, but one of the reasons that I wanted to do this now is because we're going to be using so much blackstone with the roofs of all the houses, and it's really not that fun to mine. So I was like, I wanted to be able to have a nice renewable source of it. And I mean, just from this little bit that we've got going right here, right now, we've got over a stack over here, and we almost have a stack over here. So 2 stacks in a very short amount of time. So this is going to be really, really nice for being able to get everything going. I do want to check this chest if I can catch it on the way past. There we go. Yeah, so I loaded it up with essentially all the gold we have. And we're doing pretty good. My question now is, if we're running both systems simultaneously, are we gaining gold over here, or are we losing it? So, yeah, it looks like that number is going up. So as long as there's gold in this chest, it does not seem like we will run out. Very cool. All right, so I think what I want to do is, well, first of all, we need to spawn-proof everything that's left here. There's definitely some spots that are spawnable, and we do not want anything spawning up here, because it will mess with the farm up there. I'm guessing, too, that I can probably AFK at all of these farms. The only problem is there's no way to feed into this one, but that's okay. You know, if this runs dry, it's not a big deal. They just won't get any gold. So I think what I want to do is I want to let this run for a little bit and just kind of get an idea for what all we are getting in here, what all resources, and then figure out from there what I want to save and sort into a storage system, which is going to go below here, and what we'll just get rid of. So I'm going to let this run. And then I don't know if we're going to get to a sorting system in this episode or not, but at least we'll have an idea of what resources we want. So I'm going to let this run, and we'll see what we get. So my test is finished, and as you can see, yeah, this is full. All these hoppers are full, and I'm sure if I could open these chests, there'd be a ton of items in there, and there is definitely a lot. So I kind of sifted through everything, decided what I wanted to keep, and settled on this. So we're going to do gravel, nether brick, blackstone, soul sand, nether quartz, crying obsidian, fire charges, leather, and obsidian. And then I'm going to do, I've decided what we're going to do is, because this is 5 wide, we're going to have 5 chests sorted here, and then another 5 over here, and then the last row will be overflow. So we will get, like, spectral arrows, and soul speed boots, and books, and fire potions, string, I'm trying to think what else, ender pearls. So we will have that to a point, and I don't know how big I'm going to make the system, but if we look like at how much gravel is in here, how much is blackstone, I'm going to want it to be a decent size. So we'll be able to get a whole bunch of that stuff, and then once that's overflowed, then all the rest will just get dumped into lava. So yeah, I think I've got enough time to get the storage system built up. I've done that several times. You don't need to see that. So yeah, I'm going to get that built. I'll bring you guys back when that is done. Welcome back, everyone. So I have been doing some AFKing, as you can probably see from my levels. And yeah, this has been working really, really well. I have got the whole storage system set up here. And I was AFK for about an hour, and I came down and I was a little bit disappointed with some of what I had, and then I realized I made a mistake when I put the sorting system in. I forgot one row of hoppers, and it works, but because of how it goes, a lot of items actually get filtered into these top chests, and it has already happened. As you can see, there's still stuff kind of working through the system. But I went through and I transferred most of what was in these top chests. So check it out. Almost a full double chest of gravel. Another almost full chest of blackstone. We got soul sand. We got ton of quartz, ton of bricks, decent amount of obsidian, nice amount of crying obsidian, tons of leather. Not so heavy on the fire charges, but that's okay. And yeah, all of these double chests are completely full to the point that we are using the overflow system over there. And I actually had to make a little bit of an alteration to the overflow for the gold farm because the rotten flesh is completely full. And I had put this in here. Well, the rotten flesh started going through the system and backing up. But with where I had the fuel chests on the back, items were getting spit out and getting stuck on the sides of the hoppers. So we had to make a slight adjustment to that. But that is now fixed. I just moved the chests back by one, added another hopper, and then everything's going in. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this has turned out. We got to do something about this rotten flesh, and I have 4 villagers that are wandering around the nether. I call them the nether idiots. I think what we're actually going to do is I think in a future episode, I'm going to corral them, transport them up there, and turn them into clerics so that we can get all that rotten flesh traded out of there, because, yeah, that's a little bit of a mess up there. So, yeah, so I think that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe and make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media, and I hope to see you for our live streams Wednesday night, 9:30 Eastern. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.